Welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. Today you will learn how to place the bow on the string, how to move it, how to properly use your bow arm and make beautiful sounds on open strings. Before the make sound, let's check your setup. Sit straight on the edge of your chair. Make sure that the neck of the cello is close to you. The C string peg is slightly behind your neck. Your shoulders are relaxed and your bow hold is ready. Your right hand thumb should be at the corner between the frog and the stick. It should be curved. Middle finger, ring finger and pinky are gently touching the stick. Index finger is resting on this side and you're ready. If anything feels a bit tight, shake your right hand and reset. Now let's place the bow on the D string. The D string is the second string of the cello. Place the bow right in the middle between the bridge and the fingerboard. You don't have to measure it, just roughly estimate the distance and decide where to put it. Again, not too close to the fingerboard and not too close to the bridge. Let the bow rest on the string. You don't need to press. Use the natural weight of your arm. Make a visual check. Your bow should look parallel to the bridge or 90 degrees to the string. This is what we refer as a straight bow. Now breathe in, and when you start exhaling, move your bow to the right. Your bow just moved from the frog to the tip. This is what we refer as down bow direction. Let's do it again. You don't have to start too close to the frog, a few inches, say 5-10 centimeters from the frog, and move it again towards the tip. Deep breath, exhale, and let's do it. Now you stop the bow close to the tip, and right after that push the bow the other direction. And this is up bow direction. You might think, why it's up bow or down bow? How I'm going to remember? It actually came from the violin technique. And when you play violin, you move this way and the bow goes down. And other way is up. Of course, on cello, it's rather right and left, but we have to coordinate all the terms between all the string instruments. So from the frog to the tip, it's down bow, and opposite side from the tip to the frog will be up bow. Let's do it again. Now we will pay attention to other things. We will make just two bow strokes, down bow from the frog to the tip and back, which is up bow. But this time we will look what is happening with your wrist. Once you start moving down bow, try to pay attention. Your wrist should start turning this way. You see, it goes down. This way, when I'm close to the tip, it's actually in a different position. And when I move the bow back, it will go up. That's not a dance. We don't really care how it looks like. We care how it works. And this motion of the wrist will allow you to keep the bow on the same spot. That will be extremely helpful in making wonderful cello sound. Now, let's do it together. Just two bow strokes. Deep breath, exhale, and go. Many different things will come to play. it's extremely hard to make a good sound. However, start paying attention to this first. The wonderful exercise is actually to do it without the bow. Just imagine how you would play. You start moving your bow hand, and then shortly after that you start turning the wrist. You are in this position and then you go back. Don't skip this exercise. Even if it feels quite easy, this is something which we will need to learn, so when you play cello, you do it without thinking about that. This has to become your habit. Now let's try playing on the A string, the thinnest string on cello, the string number 1. In a previous lesson, I told you to keep your left knee slightly under the cello, not touching the side of the cello, the same way as right knee does. And this has a purpose, because if you have your left knee slightly under the cello, it will actually turn it this way, just a little bit. But that will bring your A string closer this way, and it will be much easier for you to reach the A string. This position compared to this position. It might feel like a little difference, but imagine yourself playing for minutes and hours, then you will feel how important this technique is. Let's check your posture. Check that the neck of the cello is closer to your neck. The peg is behind your neck. You don't have to turn your neck like this. So you sit straight, relaxed shoulders, and your left knee is behind the cello. You ready? The same thing. Relaxed bow hold. Put the bow on the string, roughly in between the bridge and the fingerboard. And let's move to the right. Do you remember how we call this bow stroke? Yes, it's down bow. Deep breath. Let's do it. Stop at the tip. Make sure that your wrist is in a different position and move back. You might feel that it's hard to move. You might be pressing too hard on the string. Then try to experiment. Try to do less of that. Again, just the weight of the bow is more than enough to produce sound on the A string. And when you play, you should feel that your bow is actually goes that direction, slightly away from yourself. We will talk about changing the direction of the bow a little bit later when we will start playing on lower strings. But for now, let's just make this motion with your right hand. Try to think that you are pushing something away and you're sending it that direction. Or alternatively, just wave to someone who is standing at that corner. You wave a little bit, you got the sense how your right hand is moving to that corner, and let's play again. 2 bow strokes, down bow and up bow. Good. I hope it felt a bit better. Now let's try playing on lower strings. The 3rd string is G. You do it the same way. Check your posture, straight back, all the things we talked about, and put the bow on the G string. Right? Check your bow hold. Make sure that the bow is in between the bridge and the fingerboard. And now let's start moving it. But this time, when you move the bow, try to think about that corner. Remember, A string went this way, D string goes somewhere there. Then when you play on a G string, your bow should go that way. And let's just do it. might happen that your bow is touching other strings. The way to adjust it is to make your elbow a little bit higher or a little bit lower. That will change the angle of the bow, and that will definitely help to get rid of touching other strings. Let's play on a G string one more time. Stop the bow and move other way. Before you do it, check that your wrist is in turned position, and then back. Make sure that you didn't forget for your wrist to return to this position. As for any other string, the very helpful exercise to imagine how would you use the bow when you just move your bow arm. Right? You do it several times, you can look at it, and it should feel relaxed and comfortable. And after that, let's try playing on the C string, the thickest string on the cello, the string number 4. When you put the bow on the string, of course the same spot in the middle of the bridge and the fingerboard, you need to think about even more extreme angle. So when you play, it will feel as if your bow goes almost behind you. Another way to check it is that you have to make sure that the bow stays roughly in between of those two corners of the cello. This part called C-bout, and it has to be right in the middle between two corners of C-bout. Conversely, when you play on the D and A string, the bow has to be right in the middle between those two corners of the opposite C-bout. And this is how you can actually observe the change of the bow angle when you go from one string to another. And now let's make beautiful sound on the C string. Ready? Deep breath. Put the bow on the string and let's start moving the bow. Back and forth, down and up. If the hair of the bow is touching your leg, you might get marks from the hair. That means that you can adjust the position of your cello. You can actually move your knee a little bit away, so the C string is not too far this way. The cello posture should be quite flexible. It's not like as if your cello is glued to you. When you play using different strings, a little adjustment of the cello posture will be needed. And it seems to be the great moment to try adjusting the angle of the cello this way. Do you see? I'm making a little bit of the rocking motion. I'm moving my upper body a little bit, but also I'm moving my knee behind the cello. So I'm bringing it a little bit closer to the center and then closer to the edge. And this way the cello is turning. What is great for A string position might not work that well for the C string. So you have to be able to adjust it. And here's your homework. Play on all 4 strings. Pay most attention to the D string, especially first few days. But then don't forget to experiment adding other strings. When you do that, your first priority is the flexibility of the wrist. Make sure that it helps to keep straight bow, so your bow doesn't slide towards the bridge or towards the fingerboard. And then start paying attention to the different angle of the bow between strings. And after you practice enough, continue with the lesson 3 when we will add the rhythm to your music. You will be playing on open strings, but changing the rhythm. So all the sounds you will be making with the cello will feel more like a melody. Keep practicing. I will see you in lesson 3.